Argentina. Argentina, officially the Argentine Republic, is a country in the southern half of South America. Argentina covers an area of 2,780,400 kilometers squared, 1,073,500 square miles, making it the second largest country in South America after Brazil, the fourth largest country in the Americas, and the eighth largest country in the world. Just eating some pasta here. And pasta with some red sauce. It shares the bulk of the southern cone with Chile to the west, and is also bordered by Bolivia and Paraguay to the north, Brazil to the northeast, Uruguay and South Atlantic Ocean to the east, and the Drake Passage to the south. Argentina is a federal state subdivided into 23 provinces and one autonomous city, which is the federal capital and largest city of the nation, Buenos Aires. The provinces and the capital have their own constitutions, but exist under a federal system. Argentina claims sovereignty over the Falkland Islands, South Georgia, and the South Sandwich Islands. Yes, they are called Sandwich Islands apparently. So, the southern Patagonian ice field and a part of Antarctica. The earliest recorded human presence in modern-day Argentina dates back to the Paleolithic period. The Inca Empire expanded to the north and west of the country in pre-Columbian times. The country has its roots in Spanish colonization of the region during the 16th century. Sorry about the noises of this car. I did close the two windows nearest to me. And now Argentina rose as the successor state of the Viceroyalty of the Rio de la Plata, a Spanish overseas viceroyalty founded in 1776. The Declaration and fight for independence 1810 to 1818 was followed by an extended civil war that lasted until 1861, culminating in the country's reorganization as a federation. The country thereafter enjoyed relative peace and stability, with several waves of European immigration, being the Italians and Spaniards, influencing its culture and demography. Following the death of President Juan Perón in 1974, his widow and Vice President Isabel Perón ascended to the presidency before being overthrown in 1976. presence of political critics, activists, and leftists in the Dirty War, a period of state terrorism and civil unrest that lasted until the election of Raúl Alfonsín as president in 1983. Argentina is a regional power and retains its historic status as a middle power in international affairs, a major non-NATO ally in the United States. Argentina is a developing country with the second highest HDI, Human Development Index, in Latin America after Chile. It maintains the second largest economy in South America and is a member of G15 and G20. Argentina is also a founding member of the United Nations, World Bank, World Trade Organization, Mercosur, Community of Latin American and Caribbean states, and the Organization of Ibero-American States. History. Pre-Columbian era. The earliest traces of human life in the area, now as Argentina, are dated from the Paleolithic period, with further traces in the Mesolithic and Neolithic until the period of European colonization. Argentina was relatively sparsely populated by a wide number of diverse cultures with different social organizations. Which can be divided into three main groups. The first group are basic hunters and food gatherers without the development of pottery, such as the Selknam and Yagahan in the extreme south. The second group are advanced hunters and food gatherers, which include Pioche, Grandi, and Serranos in the center-east, and the Tehuelche in the south, all of them conquered by the Mapuche, spreading from Chile, and the Calm and the Wichi in the north. The last group of farmers with pottery, such as Charrua, Minuane, and Guarani in the northeast, with slash and burn semi-sedentary existence. The advanced Diaguita sedentary trading culture in the northwest, which was conquered by the Inca Empire around 1480. The Toconote and Inia and Camier in the country center, and the Huarpe in the center-west, a culture that raised llama cattle and was strongly influenced by the Incas. Colonial era. Europeans first arrived in the region with the 1502 voyage of Amerigo Vespucci. Christian Cabal visited the territory that is now Argentina in 1516 and 1526, respectively. In 1536, Pedro de Mendoza founded the small settlements of Buenos Aires, which was abandoned in 1541. Further colonization efforts came from Paraguay, establishing the governorate of the Rio de la Plata, Peru, and Chile. Francisco de Aguirre founded Santiago del Estero in 1553. Londres was founded in 1558. Mendoza in 1561. San Juan in 1562. San Miguel de Tucumán in 1565. Juan de Garay founded the Santa Fe in 1573, and the same year, Geronimo Luis de Cabrera set up Cordoba. Garay went further south to refound Buenos Aires in 1580. San Luis was established in 1596. The Spanish Empire subordinated the economic potential of the Argentine territory to the immediate wealth of the silver and gold mines in Bolivia and Peru, and as such it became part of the Viceroyalty of Peru until the creation of the Viceroyalty of the Rio de la Plata in 1776, with Buenos Aires as its capital. Buenos Aires rebelled to ill-fated British invasions in 1806 and 1807. The ideas of the Age of Enlightenment and the example of the first Atlantic revolutions generated criticism of the absolutist monarchy that ruled the country. As the rest of the Spanish America, the overthrow of Ferdinand VII during the Peninsular War created great concern. Independence and civil wars, beginning a process from which Argentina was to emerge as a successor state to the Viceroyalty. The 1810 May Revolution replaced Viceroy Baltasar Hidalgo de Cisneros with the first junta, a new government in Buenos Aires made up of locals. In the first clashes of the Independence War, the junta crushed a royalist counter-revolution in Cordoba, but failed to overcome those of the Banda Oriental, Upper Peru, and Paraguay, which later became independent states. The French-Argentine Hippolyte Bouchard then brought his fleet to wage war against Spain overseas and attacked Spanish California, Spanish Peru, and Spanish Philippines. He secured the allegiance of escaped Filipinos in San Blas who defected from the Spanish to join the Argentine Navy due to common Argentine and Philippine grievances against Spanish colonization. Jose and San Martin's brother, Juan Fermin de San Martin, was already in the Philippines and drumming up revolutionary fervor prior to this. At a later date, the Argentine sign of Inca origin, the Sun of May, was adopted as a symbol by the Filipinos in the Philippine Revolution against Spain. He also secured the diplomatic recognition of Argentina from King Kamehameha I of the Kingdom of Hawaii. Historian Pancho O'Donnell affirms that Hawaii was the first state that recognized Argentina's independence. He was finally arrested in 1819 by Chilean patriots. Revolutionaries split into two antagonist groups, the Centralists and the Federalists, a move that would define Argentina's first decades of independence. The Assembly of the year 8 appointed Gervasio Antonio de Posadas as Argentina's first Supreme Director. On 9 July 1816, the Congress of Tucumán formalized the Declaration of Independence, which is now celebrated as Independence Day, a national holiday. 1 year later, General Martin Miguel de Güemes stopped royalists on the north, and General Jose de San Martin joined Bernardo O'Higgins, and they led a combined army across the Andes and secured independence of Chile. Then it was sent by O'Higgins' orders to the Spanish stronghold of Lima and proclaimed the independence of Peru. In 1819, Buenos Aires enacted a centralist constitution that was soon abrogated by Federalists. Some of the most important figures of Argentine independence made a proposal known as the Inca Plan of 1816, which proposed that the United Provinces of the Rio de la Plata, present Argentina, should be a monarchy led by the descendant of the Inca. Examples of those who supported this proposal were Manuel Belgrano, Jose de San Martin, and Martin Miguel de Güemes. The Congress of Tucumán finally decided to reject the Inca plan, creating instead a republic centralist state. The 1820 Battle of Cepeda, fought between the Centralists and the Federalists, resulted in the end of the Supreme Director rule. In 1826, Buenos Aires enacted another centralist constitution, with Bernardino Rivadavia being appointed as the first president of the country. However, the interior provinces soon rose against him, forced his resignation, and discarded the constitution. Centralists and Federalists resumed the Civil War, and the latter prevailed and formed the Argentine Confederation in 1831, led by Juan Manuel de Rosas. During his regime, he faced a French blockade, 1838 to 1840, the War of the Confederation, 1836 to 1839, and an Anglo-French blockade, 1845 to 1850, but remained undefeated and prevented further loss of national territory. His trade restriction policies, however, angered the interior provinces, and in 1852, Justo Jose de Urquiza, another powerful Caudillo, beat him out of power. As the new president of the Confederation, Urquiza enacted the liberal and federal 1853 Constitution. Buenos Aires seceded, but was forced back into the Confederation after being defeated in 1859 Battle of Cepeda. Rise of the modern nation, overpowering Urquiza in 1861 Battle of Pavon. Bartolomé Mitre secured Buenos Aires' predominance and was elected as the first president of the reunified country. He was followed by Domingo Faustino Sarmiento and Nicolas Avellaneda. These three presidencies set up the basis of the modern Argentine state. Starting with Julio Argentino Roca in 1880, 10 consecutive federal governments emphasized liberal economic policies. The massive wave of the European immigration they promoted, second only to the United States, led to a near reinvention of Argentine society and economy that by 1908 had placed the country as the seventh wealthiest developed nation in the world. Driven by this immigration wave and decreasing mortality, oh my god, can't speak, the Argentine population grew fivefold and the economy 15-fold. From 1870 to 1910, Argentina's wheat exports went from 100,000 to 2,500,000. That's 110,000 to 2,760,000 short tons per year, while frozen beef exports increased from 25,000 to 365,000 to 28,000 to 402,000 short tons per year, placing Argentina as one of the world's top 5 exporters. Its railway mileage rose from 503 to 31,104 kilometers, 313 to 19,327 miles, fostered by a new public, compulsory, free, and secular education system. Literacy quickly increased from 22% to 65%. A level higher than most Latin American nations would reach even 50 years later. Furthermore, real GDP grew so fast that despite the huge immigration influx, per capita income between 1862 and 1920 went from 67% of developed country levels to 100% in 1865. Argentina was already one of the top 25 nations by per capita income. By 1908, it had surpassed Denmark, Canada, where I'm from, and the Netherlands to reach 7th place behind Switzerland, New Zealand, Australia, the United States, the United Kingdom, and Belgium. Argentina's per capita income was 70% higher than Italy's, 90% higher than Spain's, 180% higher than Japan's, and 400% higher than Brazil's. Despite these unique achievements, the country was slow to meet its original goals of industrialization. After the steep development of capital-intensive local industries in the 1920s, A significant part of the manufacturing sector remained labor-intensive in 1930s. I think that'll be all for now. Actually, I'll just go into cuisine really quick, and then we'll call it a video. Besides many of the pasta, sausage, and dessert dishes common to continental Europe, Argentines enjoy a wide variety of indigenous and Criollo creations, including empanadas, a small stuffed pastry, locro, a mixture of corns, bean, meat, bacon, onion, and gourd, amita, and mate. In various localities of Argentina, this dish is consumed as a beef melt. The country has the highest consumption of red meat in the world. Get into that. Traditionally prepared as asado, the Argentine barbecue. It is made with various types of meats, often including chorizo, sweetbread, chitterlings, and blood sausage. Common desserts include facturas, Vinicius-style pastry, cakes and pancakes filled with dulce de leche, a sort of milk caramel jam, alfajores, shortbread cookies, sandwiched together with chocolate dulce de leche or fruit paste, and tortas fritas, fried cakes. Argentine wine, one of the world's finest, is an integral part of the local menu. Malbec, Girondes, Cabernet Sauvignon, Syrah, and Chardonnay are some of the most sought after varieties. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.